everyone. In the shed in the morning. It's quite cold here actually. It's only about 7 degrees outside, so things I've been doing. Did a Styrian Wolf Pale Ale, and the hops was all right. I think with the Pale Ale recipe I used, I brewed a very good commercial beer. It was a little bit tasteless still. So yeah, I had to soup it up. So what I ended up doing was putting I'll show a picture in a minute, a cylinder, mesh cylinder, stainless steel mesh cylinder that you put inside your keg with 80 grams of leaf hop, and the only one I had was Rewaka. So I don't think I'd use pellet because I think it'd disintegrate and make your beer quite cloudy. Where this on its own, fantastic, beautiful, clear. I put gelatin in the keg when I first put it in, been brilliant. So yeah, I think for me it works really well, dry hopping in the keg with the leaf hop. So yeah, real tasty beer now. Tasted day 3 and day 4 and day 5, it tasted a little bit like green bananas, but then now you're starting to get that typical Rewaka taste come through, and it's quite nice. So if I ever did it again, I'd probably do maybe a Nelson Sauvage Pale Ale, and then I'd probably put Motueka leaf. I can get Nelson Sauvage leaf, so it's another option I might do. But yeah, for a Pale Ale, brilliant. So, but I need that cylinder today. I've only got one, so I'm gonna counter pressure the rest, which is about 5 litres, I think, into some bottles. This Ubrew, any of the New Zealand guys, this Ubrew counter pressure setup that I've got is fantastic. I was drinking some of the Cerveza beer that I bottled. I think I did 10 bottles I put in the cupboard, and it's been in a bottle for about a month. And if anything, it was fine. You could crack the bottle open, didn't bubble over. Once you poured it, yeah, a lot of carbonation. It seems to take a week, 10 days for the carbonation level to come back up to where you had it or where you wanted it. I think with those Cervezas, I might have pumped it up a little bit, thinking I wasn't getting enough carbonation, and then now I've overdone it. So I've got this set at serving pressure was about 8, 9 psi. So that's what I'm bottling at today. I think it should be fine. But you just got to give it a bit of time in the bottle. I think it's sort of the CO2 that's in here then goes back into the beer, and I think it equalises out, goes back to normal. So, because if you do it a couple of days after, if you expect to counter pressure and then bugger off to a mate's place to serve it up, it's going to be a little bit embarrassing because it's usually like it's quite flat. So yeah, that's just a tip that I found with this setup. But it's nice and clean, very pleasant. Like I've got the sun coming in here, and I've had the radio going on the earpiece here, and I've just been busily bottling away, and I've done maybe 10 bottles over there so far. It's been quite pleasant. So, but anyway, I'll crack onto this, and I'll probably show you the cylinder when I take it out of this and I clean it out, and then I'm going to crush up some coffee grounds, freshly ground coffee beans, and I'm going to put it into a porter that I did. It's actually supposed to be a stout, but it's actually quite light. It's the salted caramel one, which is nice. I just think it'd be nicer with a bit of coffee into it. So that's been carbing up for a couple of weeks now. I've been taking a little bits off it, and it's getting better. But I think I'll put some coffee into it, and I think it'll be. So that's the plan. So I'll show you what I'm doing, and then we'll get on with it. Right, so the keg's empty, and just going to pressurise it. Not long after I finished talking to you, the last bottle filled, so I've got 12 bottles off, so not too bad. Oh, aroma coming off that. It'll sunk right to the bottom. Oh, she's messy in the bottom. Right, so I'll wash that in a minute. So essentially, it is a cylinder. So I think they're about $32. Got them off a good friend. I have in
Pukekohe. He's trades on Trade Me, which is our version of Alibaba and whatever the English guys use, Amazon. So a little Kiwi version, Trade Me. And yeah, so that was the full to the top. I just went for it, crammed as much as I could in there. So that was 80 grams of leaf hop in there. And like I say, that beer's been clear all the way through, so that's done its job. So I shall now clean that up and sterilise it, chuck it full of Crown coffee beans, and then chuck it into the porter. So as you can see, it's turn that off. Nice fine mesh. So put my finger up there, you see it's reasonably fine. You could use pellets, but I think it would cloud your beer up. You have got the option of on the roof, on the cap of it, putting a string. And I suppose you get the option then of tying it off the top of the keg, so it's got a little there, which yeah would be quite handy. Hindsight, maybe I should have done that with this one. Would have been a lot easier than having to turn the whole keg up, get the whole thing out. So, but yeah, first go. It was very 50-50. I've seen these before that oh yeah they'll be no good, but I had a beer that was so tasteless I was about ready to chuck it out. Yeah, Syrian Wolf hops are like reasonably high alpha. I think it's about 12, which when I was doing my recipe I was comparing it to Nelson Sauvage for the alpha acids when I was doing the recipe. But yeah, taste wise, yeah, bit disappointed. But yeah, you got to try these things. They were sent out to me by a good friend, so yeah. But yeah, I think they're also to compete with what I've been brewing lately. I've been doing a lot of New England IPAs and American IPAs, so I think I did a count up over the summer. I've done 100 litres of New England IPAs and hazy. So, but yeah, if you're going to do a few more pale ales going forward into the late autumn now, going into winter, so going into doing pale ales and then a few porters and yeah, get ready for the winter. So, but yeah, I'll get this cleaned up.
Right, bit of a cock up. When you're going to take the seal off the porter, and what happened, the seal came off the lid. It's one of these Indian made kegs, and it's a bit tight to come off sometimes. And yeah, sure enough, fell to the bottom, and been an absolute bitch now to get out. Had 4 goes with my stainless steel spoon. Couldn't hook it up. So having to do a closed transfer to another keg. So what I've done is, I might pause this and swap around. So this is the keg with the porter in it. So I've put the seal that I had from this keg onto there, and I've got gas going in. This is the outpost. That's the outpost there. So it's actually putting the beer to the bottom of that keg. I haven't got a seal on there, which is not ideal. Reminds me I maybe need to get some spare seals when dumb shit like this happens again. And yeah, so what I'm going to do now is, while this is filling, I'm going to put the new one here. So that's got the coffee grounds, 80 grams of coffee grounds, fresh ones, and I am just going to plonk that in there, which is probably going to froth up, but at this stage I probably don't give a shit. Yep, so that's down the bottom there. Yep, that's going in. So we got there in the end. So now that will have the porter in it. This will, I'll clean this one out now and purge it with CO2, ready to put a New England IPA into that one. So thank God I have this sort of setup that I could at least do this. Otherwise I would have been stuffed. So this is the latest New England IPA called Gaucho Man. It's got, what have I got? 100 grams of El Dorado, 100 grams of Waimea hops, and 200 grams of trial hop 4337. So, and yeah, juicy,
Smelling really juicy. I hope it tastes as good as it smells. So, a few little problems I had when I started. Obviously the little float pipe inside there was blocked. So I ended up putting some pressure into the keg just to blow that out inside. It was probably about 15 psi I blew in. Was able to handle that, and then now it's all going. So we are getting there full wise. So I'll fill this one up totally, and then when that's done, I'll then fill up the 5 litre iKeg up there. And hopefully I might have only ever, well, it depends how far I can get down. I think I'll have a litre spare. So, but look at that colour. This has been cold crashing for 2 days. Temperature profile was 22 for 24 hours, down to 18. Dry hop went in, 18 for 5 days, and then up 24 hours up to 20, 24 hours up to 22, and then cold crash for 2 days. So, but no, looking good. So yeah, so this is the Syrian Wolf Pale Ale that I did with the Riwaka. So you can see it's still got nice clarity in it, and that's been dry hopped in the keg. So cylinders are awesome. Definitely worth giving one of them a go. Right, so that was one Sunday morning, little odd jobs I was doing, and yeah, towards the end of that video, you see I was kegging a New England IPA. So that is the last one I did. Actually doing another one tonight. Different. I dropped some of the oats out of this one, and I used actual porridge oats, and it's come up murkier, cloudier, and this is also the first overnight mash I did on this one. So this was done for Stas Brewing's birthday. What was that? Just after Anzac Day, so 26th, 27th, I think of April it was, around there sometime. So the overnight mash, it's come out higher in ABV than was supposed to. So it's sitting on 7.1, I think. So it's a little bit high, but fantastic on the nose. It's got Eldorado Tri Hop 4337. Wish they'd name that hop. Get on with it. And what else I chuck in this one? Oh, Waimea hops. So Waimea is quite a fruity New Zealand hop. Grapefruity, piney. So a little bit different to all my other ones, which have been probably more citrus based, or the other ones that don't have been sort of like a mango fruit, stone fruit based. But still very nice. Go for a taste. I'm thirsty. Let's wait me kick in. Yeah, fruity, smooth. We actually, for our experiment, I put 5 litres of this into a mini keg and had it on nitro at a mate's place, which was it was interesting actually. Real fun experiment, and it quickly went. And then I took this in a mini keg again to another do with another New England I did was a Medusa. Medusa is like a mango-y mosaic, Medusa hops, 4337 again, and that was the absolute mango bomb. That went. You know, I think I took 27 litres in total, and I only came back with might have been 6 or 7 litres. It all went, so big night. But all the guys finished up on on this, which pretty much finished a couple of guys off, being 7%. So a little bit too high. I'm doing a Citra based New England tonight, and I've actually deliberately pegged that down a little bit. So that's sitting at about 5.5. And I'm probably, so it used to be the nice little sweet spot, I think. So we'll try that a little bit. I've got to do 2 hazies over the next couple of weeks. So, but yeah, it's just a tidy up of a whole lot of bits and pieces that I had on. And I've had this video sitting on my phone for ages.
like I say, I think that was, what are we now? We're June? We are June, so it's over a month ago. So I've been really slack getting videos out, so I'll try and get a few more out. So, but it's enough from me. Have a good one, guys. New Zealand's coming out of lockdown. I'm actually playing some sport on Saturday. It's going to be a shock to the system. Had a few hockey training the other night, so yeah, we're coming out. I think we're level 1 as of tomorrow. No, Monday. So yeah, we're out of it, but I know the rest of you guys are still in the middle of it. But hey, there is light at the end of the tunnel. Just everyone be safe, and we'll get back to normal eventually. So take care.